everyone, welcome to today's workout session. We are going to do a few workouts today. We'll be going through a well-rounded routine today. I'm really excited for this. We'll be starting on the treadmill. Yes, I do like the treadmill. I really love the treadmill. Then we'll switch to the elliptical and then go on the stationary bike, and we will finish up with some weightlifting. So this workout is all about taking care of our hearts, strengthening our muscles, and doing something positive for ourselves. And remember, it's not just about exercise. A healthy lifestyle includes good nutrition, rest, and connecting with others. So let's get into it and have a great time. Okay, so I started with warming up on the treadmill to get my body moving and my blood pumping. Walking or jogging is a fantastic way to work on endurance, I find. And it's gentle enough for beginners. If this is sort of your first time going fully into exercise, then walking or jogging is a fantastic way to do it. It's gentle enough for beginners. You can start slowly and build up. And I often just do a fast walk on the treadmill. I don't really run. I am not good with impact on my knees. So I do a fast walk instead. But you can run as well. So here I am working on my quadriceps and hamstrings and calves. Okay, so these are the muscles of the leg. And they're great. This treadmill is really great for building stronger legs and improving your balance. Balance is so important as we age. Those in their 50s upwards, you need to work on your balance. Balance is so key. So the treadmill helps you with that, because if you're not minding your balance, you're likely to fall off the treadmill. I don't know if you've ever fallen off the treadmill. It's so funny, but it can be dangerous too. So really staying balanced, being mindful of what you're doing. You can also hold on to the treadmill. I tend to just walk. I don't hold, but if I'm going quite fast, then I hold, just to make sure I don't fall off the treadmill. Okay, so it's really good for improving your balance. So what are the benefits for beginners using a treadmill? If you're new to exercise, I will encourage you to just start with a light walk, just like you were walking normally, Then you can keep increasing the speed. You don't have to go fast to see results, honestly. Even 10 minutes a day, just 10 minutes a day can have benefits. And you can do it in snack portions. So what I call exercise snacking. You may have heard that. I didn't invent that. But I really love it. The fact that you can snack on exercise. So if you have 10 minutes here or 10 minutes there, you can just jump on the treadmill, or walk around your block, walk around your home, but get up and do something, because even 10 minutes a day can have benefits like reducing stress. It improves your heart health. And over time, you actually notice more energy and a boost in your mood. So it's all around good, no matter how small. And if 10 minutes is too much for you, then you can do 5 minutes. You can do 3 minutes, whatever it is. Just start from somewhere. I remember a patient who was really bedridden, essentially just on her bed. And we tried to get her to just stand. So people are all at different levels of fitness. People are at different levels of fitness. So we can't have one rule for everybody. It's not a blanket rule. You have to start from where you are and work on it and increase it. So the instruction for her was just to stand. Imagine that. And it reminds me to be grateful for my health, because the things I take for granted, other people struggle to do them. The fact that I can run on the treadmill, I can lift weights, I can do all those sorts of things. There are people who struggle to do them. This lady was just to get up. Just get up 3 times a day. Get off your bed. And as she started doing that, she was able to build some strength into her muscles, because the problem is, if you're not doing these exercises, any exercise, you're going to lose the muscles in your legs, or they'll be so weak they can't carry you. And of course, this woman, because she wasn't moving much, she was also obese, So that combination of not moving much, being obese, it's really deadly for health. You can develop clots in your legs. It will increase your risk of diabetes, your risk of hypertension, and so on. It's just not good news. So from getting up 3 times a day, she was able to start taking a few steps around her home. A few steps, nothing big, but honestly, even those few steps are great. They are great. So don't ever think it's too little. Start from where you are and keep moving. So I often just do a fast walk on the treadmill. I can keep increasing the speed, until I'm almost running. I don't want to run as such. I just want a quick walk. That really works for me. But some other people may prefer to run, which is all good. Just start from somewhere. Honestly, when you hit 50, you cannot afford to be sedentary. You just cannot do that. You have to get up for your health's sake. And it improves not just your health, but also your mood. And for me, it's a time of thinking. When I'm on the treadmill, my mind is just at rest. Ideas come to me. I'm actually able to think. For me, it's a time of meditation. It's actually a form of meditation for me. I just empty my mind at such times and maybe focus on one thing at a time, and I find that really, really effective for my mental health. So, and the other thing is not to forget to wind down. So I'm going to do 10 minutes on the treadmill, and after 10 minutes, I'm going to click the wind down button. Okay. A lot of people tend to skip this. You go fast on the treadmill and then you jump off. Well, it's really important to wind down properly. So follow the instruction. It starts going slower and slower and slower until you stop. For my treadmill, it's about 1 minute 30 seconds, which is just great. It just helps your heart rate to come down nicely, your muscles to start recovering. And because when you're exercising, you're producing lactic acid in the muscles. So it just gives it time for all that lactic acid to be drained off from your muscles. So don't skip your wind down, okay? Really important to follow the instruction and do a wind down when you finish your active treadmill. Honestly, you're going to feel so much better if you embrace healthy lifestyle. I had a friend who was recently diagnosed with a cancer of the breast. So she's going to have chemotherapy and all that. And I said to her, it's really important you go fully into healthy lifestyle. You've got to stay active, okay? Because there's a tendency, because you're having chemotherapy, radiotherapy, all those sorts of things, for you to just become sedentary. You don't even want to move. And I get that. I know chemo can be nasty. You might feel nauseous. You might be vomiting. Your appetite may not be great. But honestly, you've got to get up and go for a walk. It doesn't have to be anything strenuous. You don't have to run on the treadmill, but you can walk. If you have a treadmill, you can walk on the treadmill or just go outside. Nothing can actually replace that nature walk, that being outside. The treadmill is great, and I have it simply because it gets quite cold here. But honestly, any opportunity I have to go outside, I just prefer that, honestly. So I said to her, you've got to go for a walk every day, even if you don't feel like it. Gentle walk, 10 minutes walk, 20 minutes walk, 30 minutes walk. And guess what? It will help you cope better with chemotherapy. Honestly, the studies have shown that if you stay active, engage in a healthy lifestyle, and during your chemotherapy or radiotherapy, cancer treatment, you actually have a better outcome than those who do not keep having an active life. Okay, so that's me winding down. You can see I'm going slower now. The treadmill is slowing down. So don't skip this step. Really important to slow down. Anyway, so that's what I said to my friend. I said it will help you cope better with all your treatments, honestly. So go for a walk. And importantly, it will help you work up an appetite. When you finish your walk, you're going to feel a bit hungry. So that will help you eat a bit more. Because those having chemo, they often lose their appetite. They're just not eating enough. So they actually get more tired. Over time, they're getting tired and tired and tired and tired. And sometimes that's what actually kills you if you're not getting enough nutrients. Okay? So stay active. Go for your walks. Even if you're having chemo, you really, really have a better outcome. Okay? And if you feel tired, just slow down or take a break. Remember, it's about consistency, not intensity. It's consistency. The fact that you show up every day and you do it. That is the more important thing. So for everyone watching, give yourself credit for showing up. You are already doing amazing, honestly. The fact that you clicked on this video and you're watching it, and hopefully you're walking around. Okay, you can get up. Don't have a treadmill where you are. Get up and walk around. Okay. So now I'm moving on to the elliptical. So I did 10 minutes on the treadmill plus 1 minute, 30 seconds wind down. So I'm off to the elliptical. Now the elliptical, I love this one. It's a low impact way to get your whole body moving. Your whole body moves on the elliptical because you're stepping down with your legs. Your hands are also pulling on the elliptical. Every part of you is just involved. So it's great because it's easy on the joints. There's no particular impact on your joints. So anyone who has arthritis, maybe knee pain, hip pain, all those sorts of pain, you will find the elliptical really easy to do. And you can go at your own pace. You can see I'm not particularly, rushing at a heavy speed. I believe in low impact exercise because I don't want to damage my joints, so I do tend to take it nice and easy, but you can go faster, you can go slower, just pace yourself. Okay, it's really perfect for people who have pain in their joints because you won't impact your joints badly, but this is a good way to keep those joints moving because honestly, if you have osteoarthritis, the temptation is not to move because you're in pain, but really moving actually improves your pain. When you're moving, when you're exercising, you're releasing natural painkillers called endorphins. Endorphins are great. So they're your natural painkillers. They reduce the pain you're feeling in your joints, in your hip, and so on. So exercise is good. If you're in pain, you can go slowly. Or I tend to tell people, take your paracetamol or whatever painkiller. You can take that 30 minutes before you start your exercise. If you took 2 paracetamol and then 30 minutes, try to do some exercise, you might find that easier to manage, So I'm doing the elliptical. I'm engaging my quads, my hamstrings, my glutes. Glutes are the muscles of your buttock. And plus the handles. You can see I'm holding the handles. It allows me to walk my arms, my shoulders, and my core all at once. Isn't that amazing? So the elliptical is great for that. I'm having to stay balanced, obviously. So it's also good for balance. You can't be falling about. You don't want to fall off. So it helps you to engage your core. Your core helps you to stay upright. Okay. So it's a very good one for that. So let's look at the impact, the benefits of low impact exercise. So low impact exercises, just like this one, like the elliptical, are great for reducing wear and tear on our bodies. They're great for reducing wear and tear on the body. It's super efficient. You also have cardio benefits without putting too much stress on your knees and ankles. Okay, so it's ideal if you're looking to build endurance, your ability to keep at an exercise for a bit, rather than you get on after 1 minute you're tired. It means you don't have endurance. Okay, so it helps you to build endurance, to help you to keep going, to spend a bit more time. I tend to there's a game I play with myself. I might say to myself, okay, I'm going to do 5 minutes. Okay, when I'm at 4 minutes, I tell myself, okay, let's just do 7 minutes. So I've shifted the goalpost, but not too far that I can't keep going. So you can play that game. I even do it when I'm walking. If I'm walking along the road and I feel, oh, I think I should start going back, I can tell myself, okay, we'll go back when we get to that lamppost. So I see a lamppost in the distance. I say, okay, when I get to that lamppost, I'll start going back. When I get to that, when I'm almost there, I look at the next lamppost and I'm like, okay, we'll get to that one. So I keep my eye in the distance. You have to keep your eye in the distance. Honestly, this works. If you try it and it works for you, let me know. Comment below. You keep your eye on the lamppost further in the distance. Okay, so you're aiming for that one. You won't even know when you passed the last lamppost you were aiming for. As you're nearing this other lamppost, you then look in the distance, see another lamppost, and you tell yourself, right, we're aiming for that one. Keep your eye on that one. And before you know it, you've passed several lampposts. You've done a bit more. That's what we mean by endurance. Being able to do a bit more than you would have. Okay? So it's really important to try and do a bit more each time. Try and do a bit more. Even when I'm lifting weights, I can say I'll lift 10 weights. But when I'm getting to 8, I might say, okay, let me add 2 more to make it 12. When I'm getting to 10, I might add another 2 more to make it 14. Just play this game with yourself. You will amaze yourself. You will find that you're able to do much more than you actually imagined. We all can do a bit more. Honestly, we all can push ourselves a little bit more. Just trust your body, okay? Trust yourself. Go for it, okay? So the elliptical is good for that. You build endurance. You tone up without straining yourself too much. You want to tone up, but you don't want to strain too much, okay? So you tone up without straining yourself too much. So I love that. So take it easy at first, yeah? Remember, exercise should challenge you, but it should feel good too. We want to challenge ourselves, we want to get those muscles moving, but we also want to feel good doing it, okay? So if you're feeling absolutely miserable, then maybe that's not the right exercise for you, okay? If you're feeling absolutely miserable, then that's not quite right, So it's to ask yourself, is there some other form of exercise I can do? Is there something else I can do? It's about building confidence. We want you to feel confident with these exercises. Feel confident when you get on the elliptical that I can do 5 minutes, I can do 7 minutes. Actually, I can do 10 minutes, let your confidence build. If you keep avoiding exercise, you're going to get anxious about exercising. Your brain, if you avoid exercise, you're teaching your brain that exercise is dangerous. So your brain makes you even more anxious about exercising so that you can keep away from exercising. Because remember, our brains are there to keep us safe, yeah? Not to help us exercise. So if you start avoiding anything, then you're teaching the brain that thing is dangerous. So anytime you think about doing that thing, the brain will make you so anxious so that you won't do that thing. That's the brain's funny way of keeping you safe. So we have to unteach our brain. You have to teach your brain that exercise is actually good. Okay, nothing to be anxious about. But you start slow, you build your confidence and consistency over time. Okay, try and be consistent. Whatever exercise you choose to do, do it all the time. Keep going every minute counts. Every single minute counts, okay? Don't start today and then you stop tomorrow and then you start again. Don't keep stopping and starting. Try and be consistent. Honestly, you get more of the benefits if you stay consistent. Okay. So, watching myself, I think I can see I'm slowing down, maybe getting a bit more tired now. So, yeah, it's about the 10 minutes mark. So, it looks like I was slowing down there, getting ready to move on to my next exercise. Okay, so that was the elliptical, lovely one, low impact, no harm to your joints, easy going, can go fast, pedal, because it's also your pedaling also, you can pedal fast, or you can push with your hands. If I'm walking mainly my hands, then my feet are just there really, but it's my hands pulling on the handlebars that actually keep the elliptical moving. So that way I'm building my hand muscles. I'm pulling on it. It's the arms that are actually moving the legs. So it's a good way to exercise my hands. I love it. And thanks to my friend who introduced me to the elliptical. I heard it first from my friend. And she said, she uses the elliptical because she can walk her hands as well. So thank you for that. Okay, now I'm off to the stationary bike. Here we go. Time to pedal. Time to get pedaling. The good thing about this, if you have something interesting you want to listen to, you can put that in your ears and focus on what you're listening. Almost forget that you're exercising. I trick myself that way. If I have something interesting I want to watch, I can be watching it and just put my mind into what I'm watching. And before I know it, I've done 10 minutes, I've done 20 minutes, I've done 30 minutes of exercise simply by distracting myself with what I'm watching. Okay, so that's your favorite program. Could you watch it while you're exercising? Could you tell yourself, right, we'll go and exercise while we're watching this thing? So that can be an incentive for you. You can decide, I see I'm getting a bit sweaty there. Yeah, so you can decide that, okay, while I'm watching my favorite program, I'm going to be exercising. So, or while I'm scrolling on social media, I'm going to be moving my legs. Or, you can attach that movement to something else, to something you enjoy doing. That way, it acts as an incentive to get you to actually go and exercise. Okay, so here I'm actually listening to something. You can see I have my earphones on. But the TV is on. If you're interested in what's going on your TV, that could also help you going with your exercises. I'm not a fan of, I don't know what they were showing there, but I wasn't particularly watching that. Okay, yeah, so the stationary bike is one of my favorite ones. It helps me to tone my lower body. If you're in your 50s, you know that a lot of your fat is in your lower body. Your tummy and down to your thighs, your hips. That is where the fat seems to just come and settle when you're older. So the stationary bike is really good for toning the lower part of the body. It targets your muscles like, again, your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves, okay? So your hamstrings are the muscles of the thigh in the front. Your glutes are the ones behind. And then you have your calves lower down your legs. So it's really good for those sort of muscles. It's also a great way to improve your heart and lung health, your heart, because it's pushing your heart to do a bit more work. So it's exercising your heart muscles as well. Okay, then your lungs, you're having to breathe, you have to get in oxygen into those muscles. So it's also stretching the lungs, improving their capacity. If you have any chest problems, like people who have asthma or COPD, chronic obstructive airway disease, you can do pedaling, because that way you have to use your lungs. Your lungs have to do some work, to provide you with enough oxygen for the muscles to do this pedaling. Okay, so pedaling at a steady pace works wonders for your endurance. So get a pace and go for it. And if you're pedaling and it's too hard, you can reduce the intensity. My bike has a setting where you can actually make it easier to cycle, or you can make it harder. So you can turn it on and off and see what works for you. Okay, so I'm going at a slow, steady pace, not rushing, nothing dramatic. Everyone can do this, honestly. Okay, so if you're new to cycling, start at a comfortable pace, okay, that you can keep up for a few minutes. There's me dancing, moving my hands as well as my legs. Just relax and have fun with it, okay? Try to make exercise fun for you. I love it. I love it. Okay. Yeah. So do it at a comfortable pace that you can keep up for a few minutes without getting too tired. Okay. No, it's better to go at a slower pace for longer rather than a hard pace, and then you end up just doing 1 or 2 minutes and you're tired. So cycling, even at a slow pace, can improve your circulation. Okay, can improve your circulation. I love that. And it can also boost your energy levels throughout the day. You feel more energetic. Now, let's talk a bit about hydration. We mustn't forget to stay hydrated. Water is super essential, especially during a workout. It keeps our bodies cool. Yeah, if you feel you're getting too hot, you can have some water, okay, to cool your body. It supports your joint health because the joints also need liquid to keep them moving easily over themselves. People who have arthritis is really because the bones are no longer well cushioned, so they're more or less rubbing on each other. So you can imagine the pain from bone rubbing on bone. That is painful, So really important to stay hydrated. It can also help you feel refreshed and alert. That alertness, I've noticed that even with my normal work, sometimes if I feel my brain is just getting fogged up, I go and have a glass of water. I hydrate the brain. The brain is made up of a lot of water. I can't remember the figure. Is it maybe 60% of our brain is water or something like that? There's a way they put it. So if you're feeling your brain is getting tired, then go and have a glass of water. You'll be surprised that you feel refreshed and alert. Okay. So if it feels tough, remember that is a sign that your body is building strength. Okay. So don't give up. Keep going. Keep cycling. Keep moving. Okay. Every pedal is progress. Every pedal is progress. So if you're watching this, maybe you're on your exercise bike as well. So how is it going for you? Are you pedaling fast or slow, or just taking it slow and easy? How many minutes do you tend to do? I think I'm doing 10 minutes here. Yeah, I think it's 10 minutes I did on the cycle. And I just enjoy it, to be honest. All that movement is good. Now we're in our 50s. We have to stay active. Oh, that's me walking my hands. Raise my hands up in the air. So you can do lots of things. Again, it builds your balance because you have to have good balance to be able to take your hands off and raise it up and all that. So it's good to build that balance. Your exercise bike will help you with that because you do have to balance on it. If not, you're going to fall off. So these exercises are good for balance. A lot of older folks have to go into homes because they are not able to balance. They stand up and they're falling off balance. Of course, there could be medical reasons for it, but it could also be that over the years, they haven't built their balance because you do lose your sense of balance a bit as you age. So you have to keep it up. And that's why it's encouraged for people to do things like stand on one leg for a bit, stand on the other leg for a bit, try and walk on a line. Imagine there's a line on the floor and you're walking on it, putting one foot after the other, one foot after the other. Can you do that? Type in the chat, let me know. Can you put one foot after the other? No spaces in between. You're walking on a straight line like on a rope. Imagine you're walking on a rope. So you're walking on that rope. One foot, you put the next foot in front of the last foot. No spaces in between. And are you able to keep your balance? Are you able to keep your balance? That's really important, okay? To be able to stay balanced. Right, I see that I'm slowing down. I think I'm about to move to the next activity. Slowing down now. I think I'm getting tired here. Yes, I can see that. It's been 10 minutes on the bike, stationary bike. I've actually walked up a sweat. You can see my forehead sweaty. Moving my arms now. Yeah, trying to keep going till I want to switch. Keep going. So you can do all sorts of things to break up the monotony. If you feel, oh, I've been doing this for a long time, okay, let's go to something else, then you can. Okay, so let's chat a bit about nutrition while I keep working out. Just as exercise strengthens our muscles, good nutrition fuels our bodies. Okay, so the fuel for our body is good nutrition. We've got to eat right. Focus on whole foods. When we say whole foods, we mean things that are not processed. So your vegetables, your fruits, your lean protein, and whole grains. Oh, I've moved now. I've moved to weightlifting. Okay, so your whole grains, they give you vitamins, minerals, and energy that we need for workout and recovery. So really important to eat whole foods. And I keep saying it's not about restrictive diets. Yeah. We just want to be able to add more colorful food to your plate, and small changes like swapping sugary drinks for water or adding an extra serving of vegetables, they make a difference over time. So I'm lifting these weights. Those are 20 kg weights. Honestly, when I got these weights the first time, I couldn't even lift them. I started from 3 kg. I did 3. I did 5. I did 7, I think it was. Now I'm doing 10 on each arm. So that's 20 kg. Now, as I'm coming up, I'm squeezing my buttock. Okay. So when I come up, I squeeze my buttocks. Whoa, I've lifted the weights up. I couldn't do this a few weeks ago, honestly. And that's it up. Oh, wow. What weights can you lift? If you're a beginner, where did you start from? How are you getting on? Wow. I told my daughter to come and lift this, and she was like, she can't do it. So, remember that recovery is as important as working out, okay? Sleep. The other thing is sleep. Sleep is when our bodies repair and recharge. They help us to wake up, feel ready, refreshed for the day. Aim for about 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. And don't forget to have rest days so you can prevent burnout and reduce injury, and actually it will help you build your strength faster. Okay, right. So I'm lifting, I think these ones are 7.5 each. I think so. On the whole, 15 kg weights. I'm using that just to tone my arms. That is not easy to do if you're not weightlifting. Try some weightlifting. You'll be surprised that it's not as easy as it looks. I've had to do this over time. Oh, wow. Now I'm carrying both of them. That's 15 kg. Right. Okay. So another part of wellness is staying connected with others. Exercise doesn't have to be a solo activity. I do join some groups and I love that as well. Wow. That's me done. Finally done. Oh my goodness. I've got my glass of cool water. I'm actually sweating in Scotland. I don't know. It should be around maybe 3 degrees outside. And the house is cold as well. But I've managed to walk up a sweat. Doing a refreshing workout. I hope you've enjoyed watching me and you're motivated to go and do yours. I'm actually wearing a t-shirt someone gave me. Joy dispenser. The person said I dispense joy. I love you. Thank you for the t-shirt. I hope you find joy, everyone, in watching my videos. I hope you find them helpful. I hope to keep doing these videos to encourage us all. So please subscribe to my channel. I'd love you to follow me, follow what I'm doing, and find motivation for your own journey too. Okay, please click the like button if you liked this exercise. Click it, please. Click like, share with others. I did a video on why we should all be lifting weights, for women especially. But for anyone in their 50s, if you haven't watched that video, I encourage you to go and watch, please. Just watch that one. You'll see the really important reasons why we should all be lifting weights. Weightlifting is really good. And it's actually a fast way of losing weight. It's a fast way of keeping fit. So it's a good one to do. And I should be back to you shortly again. I'm just going to have a shower and I know I'll sleep like a baby. I know I'll sleep like a baby. I have a video on sleep as well. If you haven't watched my video on sleep, please go and watch it. But exercise is one of the best ways to get yourself sleeping better. Okay, try and do some exercise. You will see that your sleep would improve. All right, till I come your way next time, stay well, stay healthy, keep loving, keep dispensing joy, enjoy your life, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now. Cheers.